that's the title of the video. The title of the video should be "Your top laner is your new best friend." Let me tell you that. Hello everyone, this is the first video of the year, so I'm wishing everyone a happy new year, and I hope you guys are doing really well. Now, we are going to see today the first patch of season 16. I'm really excited. I just got back home and I said, okay, let's do a video about it. Let's talk about support theory. We're going to talk about what's going to impact the support role. For the ones that are new to the channel, I'm a support player myself. I've played from season 6 to season 11 as a professional player. And from season 11 to season 14, I've been a professional coach. So the good thing is that I've been playing for a very long time and I know the different metas. What Riot likes to do is they like to test some things, go back to the past and bring something that they liked from season 13 maybe or season 14, like they did already in Split 2 season 15 with the void wrap changes at minute 8. And then I can remember, okay, they used to play like this back in the day. So let's make some theory today. Let's have some ideas before we start playing ranked, and we will be adjusting and I will be doing more videos about what's working and keep you guys updated. But for now, today, I think this video is going to help you guys a lot, and we are going to make sure that we go to the first solo queue games with a good idea of what's happening. Now, let's dive into it. Let's not waste any time. So, role quest, they are going to introduce role quest not only for support and junglers. They had the support and junglers as well. During all these years, we had a quest ourselves, right? And now the top laner, mid laner, and AD carry are also going to have a quest. Now, why Riot wants to do this is because they want to avoid lane swaps, right? They're going to get rid of lane swap detection, which it was 2 minutes 30, I believe, in mid lane, and 4 minutes in top lane. For the ones that don't know, before these minutes, you could not impact mid lane or top lane as a support. So you could not do early roams top lane, or you could not impact level 1, for example, the mid lane, which we are going to do this next year a lot. We're going to talk about this during the video. Later on in the video, I'm going to show you some examples and some strategies that you can do. But yeah, the idea of Riot is to change the everyone to have their fixated role, so they are not changing lanes, which we will see how it turns out. Let's see how they balance it around. Oh, well, we will see. Now, completing your quest, I mean, I've read a bit through it at the start, but it's the first time I'm reacting. So completing the quest is going to be like super and jungle players will earn points for taking basically the same actions as before. Okay, now here already something very interesting is going to happen. I'm going to explain you. Now, we have to get 400 gold for our first quest. So that's going to be the 3 wards. And this is like mostly our biggest power spike, right? It's the biggest power spike because we get vision already, right? So we get the power spike of 400 gold, which is also like the other power spike will be level 6, which is also going to change on this season. A lot of things are changing. So, well, step by step. Now, when we get the 800 gold quest complete, which is the 4 wards, or also the support item. So the support item is Dreammaker, Celestial Opposition, Solstice, Zazak, right? All of these items, then we will complete the quest. Once we complete the quest, we get some rewards. We are going to see it later. Now, with supports and junglers, especially with supports, we will complete the first step of the quest around minute 8. Always around minute 8 or around minute 7:30 to minute 8. Now the game is going to start 30 seconds earlier, so it's going to be probably around minute 7 or around minute 7, 8. It's always going to be there. Now what I want to get into it is that this is for supports. Like, you cannot really deny the enemy support to be behind their support quest during the game, because even if the enemy support is behind, they will still get the quest completion at the same time, roughly at the same time, maybe some seconds later, but you cannot really play around that. Now, what I want to know is if top lane, mid lane, and bot lane, we can delay by getting further ahead, or what's going to be the delay timer, right? Because what ends up happening is that top lane will get some rewards playing in top lane and getting the quest, okay? So they will get the level cap increase, the experience, but they take passive gold from the quest while they are in top lane. I want to know if, for example, let's say you get the quest at minute 12, right? Just a theory. If you could normally get the quest at level 12, but you are really fed and really ahead, is the enemy going to get it at minute 13, 14, 15? Can you deny the enemy getting this quest? Like, what is the max, right? Because those minutes where you have the advantage of the quest can matter a lot. And I would like to know, right? I want to hear, for example, I'm going to keep track the document. The document, you have it in the description, is now the season 16 guide. I will update it for the season 16, so we don't change documents. So you have it saved already. You don't have to go for a new link. It's going to be the same link. You guys have everything there. So we are just going to use the document for theory and then update it throughout the year. Now, that's my first question, because it's going to matter a lot. For supports, we are not going to be able to deny that much the enemy support, and probably for junglers, they are not going to do, it's not going to be possible as well, right? For top laners and mid laners, they get stronger, mid laners get boots, top laners, while they get the TP, they get also more level. Here we can see the T3 boots. Now, for us, it's important every single lane, right? Top laner, mid laner, and AD carry, it's important for us to understand how they complete the quest and what they get out of it and who is going to be the strongest. I think most likely top laners are going to get rewarded a lot, because we have to pay extra attention to them not running TP, running aggressive summoners like Ignite, because they will get TP later on. And also because of the wave changes that I've seen before. I want to know in the patch notes what they say. But top laners and speed pushers can get really strong, so we can impact those lanes and make sure that we deny them or we help them, right? That's our job, not only bot lane. So bot lane is still really important, but you have to understand who's broken or what role is broken, so we make sure that role is winning. Now, the quest for the AD carry, this is important, right? He gets 2 more minions for kill for the rest of the game, right? He gets a power spike of 300 gold, and he gets a 7th slot where the boost is going to move to the 7th, to the 7th item slot, so he can get 1 more item. But this means that if he gets 300 gold, more gold per champion takedown, more gold per champion kill. Let's say we complete the quest at minute 12, because we are playing right now Ashe and Lux, for example, or we are playing a bully bot lane, right? This is something I want to know. Is it worth it for me to play a bully bot lane and get the power spike at minute 12, complete the quest? Let's say my AD carry completes the quest at minute 12, okay? And then my AD carry completes it at minute 15, because he's really behind. I denied him CS, like we are plus 50 CS up. Then we got 0 tower platings, and we got the entire tower, and we can already get 3 minutes of extra wave gold. Maybe we get more kills, so my AD carry is spiking faster. Okay, he gets to the 3 item power spike faster, 4 items, and the enemy AD carry is going to be slower. I really want to know what's going to happen with this, okay? Because if this is a big change, lane dominant champions, which I think will be pretty good this next patch, or at least at the start, are going to matter a lot. So let's pay attention to that. Just keep that in mind. We have it in the document written here. Questions for the start of the year. So we see how that goes. Now, for the support quest, got an experience from minion kills and support quest items is reduced by 25% outside of bot lane until level 3. Not really matter for us, because normally the roams you will do it after level 3. But it's true that maybe you go to a roam level 2 in mid lane after you crash the 3rd wave, because you don't get level 3 till later on. So you want to make sure that, I don't think it really matters for a small roam. We will see, but it can hurt like early roams, all right, around the map. I would just say don't stay too much on the lane that you roam, and that's it. Zazak, Solstice, Bloodsong, Dreammaker, and Celestial Position, 5 gold per turn to 9 gold per turn. So now when we get 800 gold completion, we get our support item, as I said before, and we get more gold per 10 seconds, right? It's an increase of 4 gold per 10 seconds. Now, what's the problem here, or the change that I see? Normally, when you would play in season 16, right, as support, let me move the map a bit here, you would get the 400 gold, you will get the ward item, and from there you would not really play for the super item. You will not be so focused on, oh, let's rush the super item, because the super item, one, they got really nerfed. So what you would do is, like, let's say my Millennial is bot lane and the enemy support and AD carries here. What you would do is, normally you will set up some vision like this. Let's say you want to play for bot lane or for the dragon, and you set up some wards like here over the wall. You would play in fog and just let your AD carry push, and then he rotates, and then you rotate. So what you would do is play around top lane, I mean mid lane and bot lane at the same time, or top lane and mid lane, it depends on the side you are playing, but you will not really play for the waves, right? You will not really play for the gold, the item quest till completion, because it didn't really matter. What matters really is that you got your wards, and then you could play the game, because you will put more pressure if you fog, right? You are putting more pressure if you stay in fog of war, so hidden, right? So if the enemy cannot see you, you get more value. Now, if getting 800 gold really makes a difference, getting it as fast as possible, we will have to change this approach, right? What we will change is to play in lane mode, right? To help your AD carry push, or make sure that if you roam, you stay to get the minions, to get the stacks. Think about the stacks more actively after the minute 8 mark. So you are working for completing your quest. I want to see, this normally gets completed at 11, 12. I want to see how much it matters and how much it changes. If you are playing Leona, or you are playing Rel or Alistar, this type of champions that want to move, and you are making a play in side lane, you want to make sure that you're hitting the tower for the objective, or maybe you make sure that you are hitting the enemy champion together with your mid laner to get the 3 stacks, right? But probably you want to look for some action or showing on a wave, and don't keep the 3 stacks of the quest too long, or you are not going to complete the quest fast, and maybe you are going to lose out on like a lot of gold income, and also like the control wards get reduced, right? The control wards are going to be, they will get 40 gold instead of 75, and we can store up 2 control wards in your role quest slot instead of your inventory, right? So this is really good for carry champions, right? It will be really good for mages as well, and just in general, it's very nice for champions that spike with 2-3 items a bit more. Enchanters will win also a lot with this, because you can build after the second item. The problem you had is that you could not keep components and not buy control wards, right? Controls are really broken if you know how to use them. I have a lot of videos about them. I believe a lot that control wards are super strong, so you want to make sure that you are buying those. Now it's 40 gold. So after you complete the quest, you want to most likely always buy 2 control wards, because it's worth 80 gold. Not only we're getting more gold, but it's less. It's like before it was 75 for 1, and now it's 80 for 2. So we are getting 2 for 80. It's true that it's plus 5 gold, so we're spending 5 gold more, but you're also generating more gold, and we have 1 more space to get components, and you have to know how to use your control wards, right? So I'm going to make a fast 1-minute explanation on how would you use 2 control wards instead of 1, and what's the benefit of it. Now, you have to think that control wards, when you have 2, the first one is going to be used as a sweeper, okay? So you want to, let's say you want to control the dragon area, right? The dragon area makes more sense, especially maybe dragon is like a big win condition for any elo. So you want to make sure that you establish, now normally you would control ward this, okay? But you don't have a sweeper, so you will control ward this one, and from here you move the next control ward to here. Now you make sure that there is no vision here, and then you can establish your normal wards over the wall, and that's it, right? And maybe after that you want to use your control ward through the river, so you are covering more area, right? You don't want to be using control wards like I put 1, they take it away, then I put another. Sometimes you can do that, but if you are on a good position that you are controlling the objective vision, you want to use one of them as a sweeper. And that's what people usually are missing, is that they hold it like a steady place. You want to be moving around. One place we clear vision, we make sure that vision is covered, then we place it for a more static, permanent control ward that you really want to fight over. Okay, so that's usually where you take so many control wards, because you want to have more control over the areas. Right, attack and blood roses, fits and kills. Okay, so Fist of Strength has been removed. Good. Well, good. I mean, it's good that it is a change. First blood, once again, is plus 100 gold on the kill. That's really nice. First tower destroyed, once again, grants a lot of gold. This is important as well. Now, if my AD carry If we have an AD carry that is really strong, like say Kaylin, she wants to spike really fast. We also have, we can hit the towers, then play for the tower. Now, if you're playing with, sorry for the expression, shit champions as AD carry that don't hit towers, Miss Fortune doesn't hit tower for anything. Jhin doesn't hit tower. There's some other champions that don't hit tower that well, okay? Playing for towers, maybe it's not the best idea. Smolder, imagine playing with a Smolder, Zeri, right, in bot lane. You're not getting the first tower, and then you have Jax on top lane. You have a Fiora, for example, Camille. You have a strong speed pusher that your teammates are going to 100% play, okay? Volibear, maybe. Volibear, even if it's like not amazing late game like the other ones that I just mentioned, it's also really strong when he's getting ahead of the curve. So what do? We roam towards top lane. We want to play for the top tower. We want to play for this tower. Let's say we are playing with Volibear. We want to make sure that we do impact that lane and we take this tower. Now he's getting further ahead because it's like the first tower is getting more value. He's getting faster on the quest. And now we are deciding, okay, I have a weak side AD carry and I'm going to play for my top laner. So sure, it gets a lot of value of playing lane and be strong in lane, but sometimes you will not be able to do it because champions that don't hit towers for a lot, like Jhin or Miss Fortune, like I mentioned before, are just making sure that your lanes are very passive and you're not getting nothing done. And as a support, you don't want to waste time the first minutes of the game. You want to make sure that the game is moving forward, okay? Maybe the enemy team has like a strong top lane champion. You don't want that top lane champion to get your tower, right? Let's change the scenario. We are always winning. No, sometimes we are going to be losing. Your enemy top laner is winning against your top. Make sure that you stop that bleeding. Make sure that you do something about that, right? Because if you do something about that, then the game is going to go better, okay? So it's super important that we make sure that we know around what we play. Now, what champions are great at taking tower? Jinx is great at taking tower. Aphelios is good at taking tower with a blue and red gun. Tristana is really good at taking tower, right? So those champions, Kaylin is also good. You want to play around them. If you know that you can play for plates, play for them. So Elemental Drake, more health. No, less health. All right. So they're getting more armor. They're going to get tanky. Okay. All right. So this is a problem. I have a macro classroom in the document here. You can see it here. Learn macro. You have a classroom on how to do drakes. But well, make sure that you understand how to do the drakes properly. I will say it from the bot lane perspective is you don't want to be doing dragons when you have to play your wave, right? Junglers usually should be able to do dragons alone. Don't be forced into doing dragon when you didn't crash the wave, right? If you didn't crash the wave and you're going to move for the dragon, it's going to be a problem because the enemy team can just sandwich you and it's going to be terrible, right? Remember, as supports, you want to make sure that not only you establish vision, but also you have a good turning point on the dragon, so you can have you don't get sandwiched and die there. So a lot of games I'm going to predict that are going to get thrown on the first dragons because I see already that the dragons are getting tankier and tankier. So it makes more sense that you guys will struggle early on, and your junglers, if they didn't learn right now in low elo and even in master elo, they do a lot of stupid stuff. Be ready for it and make sure that you learn how to do dragons properly. It's going to be like slower, and if you don't set up properly, it's going to be difficult. Void grabs, let's read about void grabs, because void grabs, I have a theory, but we do have to talk about this theory when the wave management comes, right? When we are going to read about that. Minimum level 4 to 7. Okay. Armor, more magic resistance, more health, and health is growing as well. AD. Now this 50% more damage to non-champions. Okay. All right. XP radius, so more XP. No longer here's its killer for 60 HP. Now, for us, for the important thing about the grabs, this is more like a jungle change, is to understand the level and the setup. Okay, so we are going to read that after. So they're just buffing objective, making them stronger. Attack and just no longer spawns. Now, good change for us is that the Baron will spawn at minute 20. For the Taric players like myself, this is a big buff because we can make sure that we are rushing Nashor again at minute 20 because we don't lose HP with Taric because how the champion works. but the games probably will hopefully end faster. Atacan was really annoying at minute 20, and then you have to wait 25 to break the base. The games, especially in low MMR, will get really long, and scaling champions will benefit. So this means that even though it looks like KO or these scaling champions can be really strong, if the game gets pressure to end fast, and you break the base, then it's maybe they struggle a bit, even if there's more experience. All right, jungle adjustments. I will do another jungle guide. All right, I would make sure that we talk about the jungle path things, so you can play better around that. I don't know how to pronounce this correctly. Highlights? I don't know what it is. Vision changes. All right. So there is new spots on the map that when you ward, you are going to get a zone reveal. Now, I saw this on the PvE, or I saw this as well, like explain, is there will be certain spots on the map that once you place a ward, is going to reveal the entire, for example, the entire river for 40 seconds. Now, everyone can contest it. So let's say the enemy places a ward and you place a ward as well, then it's going to be revealed for everyone. But if you take the enemy ward, okay, you are going to deny that vision and you still get that vision for 40 seconds, okay? So probably getting control wards and sweeping often those places are going to be very smart. Now, how do you play against this? You get in a winning lane, you can get sweeper, and you can also get, if you are going to play with normal trinket, get control wards. So you make sure that you deny that position for the enemy team and you still have that vision for yourself, right? So we have to see how sweeper and control wards are going to work around highlights. I guess it's the name. You get vision, more radiant vision to the ward, okay? Reveals a bonus vision region for 45 seconds. I didn't know about this, so you get more vision. That's nice. The bonus vision region shape is specific to the firelight location. The bonus region particles are only visible to your team. The bonus vision region is not affected by the type of ward being used. Control wards don't enhance it, but you still get it as well if you use control wards as well. Okay, so that's really good. This duration is represented by a countdown circle visible on the ward. Okay, the bonus vision region can see into brush. So you can see it from bushes, right? So you cannot hide in bushes. So that's pretty broken, honestly. Enemy will know they are in the bonus region vision while their team has detector sweeper effect within the region. Okay. Enemies will know they are in the bonus region if their team has ping tracked the ward directly, including via Sixth Sense. Oh, so if you are the first one dropping the ward and the enemy follows up with a ward, you will know they have the vision, so your jungle can pay attention. I don't know how this will work in gold, but well, just for an example, nothing against the gold players, that is going to, your jungles are going to struggle to see this. Super ward buffs are suppressed while the ward has near sight and removed when ward dies. This is the key. It looks broken, it looks really OP. Let's try to deny it, right? Let's try to make sure that we pay attention. Oh, the enemy is going to the river, they warded. Let's get my sweeper, let's get rid of it. Because it's broken, but we can use it into an advantage so we can kill or destroy the enemy wards better. If your team already has a ward on the thingy, that ward will be destroyed to make room for the new super ward. Wait, what? If your team has already a ward on the thing, that ward will be destroyed to make room for the new super ward. Okay. All right, locations. We'll see about the locations later. I will do a video about it. I will also explain how to play around it and when to drop them and how to deny them. Is going to be, we're going to work on that, okay? So, but the first thing that we have to understand is that we have to pay attention when they place it, and deny it is going to be like super important. All right, this is what I want to see. Stealth ward, trinket cooldown. So from 210 to 120 seconds to 170, 90 seconds. All right, this is broken. Now you have to remember that now it's 170 seconds. So almost less than 3 minutes. And before it was like 40 seconds longer. Now with Cosmic Insight, the rune, it reduces by a lot more. So you can get a lot of wards really fast. And Oracle Lens, trinket duration is 8 seconds, so plus 2 seconds duration. I think this is, they revert the nerf that they did long time ago. If I'm not mistaken, they nerfed the Oracle Lens duration to from maybe 10 or something like that to 6. So now it's back to 8. Do you remember that I said Riot likes to go back to things that they nerfed before or they changed? So yeah, we have more duration, which is great. And the Bloom default respawn timer 260 to 200. Random. Well, random is that you have the chance to get like the blooms are here, 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 and I believe here as well, right? So if you are playing blue side or you are playing red side, this plant it spawns right now at what time? 60 seconds before. Okay, so it spawns in, if the game starts at 1 minute now, it's going to spawn like it's going to spawn at 2 minutes, 3 minutes, right? It's going to spawn at 3 minutes, a bit same as before, but this plant is going to be key for you if you are winning in blue side, then you can use it for this way, but you can also use it to clear if enemies are trying to get control over the super ward vision, okay? And you can use it properly to also spot the enemy jungler, and you can also use it if you are losing to also get rid of enemy vision, okay? So we have to pay attention on when they spawn, but I will explain it later in another video as well, guys. At 15 minutes or elemental transformation, more vision plants are going to spawn, right? The vision plants are pretty annoying because they get rid of a lot of wards. But well, it's okay. We will see how it is. We still have to see it in action before. One at each river coast, one behind each lane. Okay, one near the rocks. Okay. So again, you remember that we said that we want to deny vision, so we get rid of the super ward or the super vision that it gives these new places that you can put the vision. Now this is going to help us do that as well. Okay, so we can aim these plants towards where there are going to be the firelights in places, and we can make sure that we deny that to the enemies. Okay, so we have to see this interaction with this. Okay, now Homeguards is also going to be really important, and I'm going to show you a technique right now that I've been thinking. But I know that also it's got nerfed quite a lot from the professional teams that have been playing, because Homeguards are really broken. Now, Riot loves to put Homeguards, but they get nerfed really fast. Why? Because when you kill someone in lane and you don't get rewarded by it because the enemy gets really fast back, it's very annoying to play against. It doesn't reward you being better than the enemy opponent, because waves matter a lot, right? So if you kill someone 1v1 and the wave is bad and he just respawns and is coming like a Ferrari back to lane, and you don't have time to crash because he's super fast, then it doesn't make sense to kill him, right? And then you don't get rewarded by winning lane, and that's very toxic for the game, right? So I think if it gets really out of hand, they will nerf it, but let's see. Homeguard is now removed after reaching the endpoint, entering combat, or entering in the jungle. Okay, so we have to make sure, now I will explain to you, as supports, pay attention, because this starts to become very, very mandatory to understand before you guys start in your solo queue games. Now, Homeguards, how they will work before is that you will run, and once you enter the jungle, it will stop. So normally you will take like this Homeguards, and from there you could move, or from here you could move. Now, the thing is that Homeguards are going to stay till, will always take you at least to your inhibitor in your base, okay? After 14 minutes or after, at least one turret on either team has been destroyed in the given lane, Homeguard will track the furthest minion in the lane, ending approximately 2,000 units before. Okay, Homeguards will always take you at least to just before your outermost living turret in a lane. So it will speed you up till to the living turret. Okay, so not to the wave. Okay, after 14 minutes, we don't really care that much. We can use the movement, but yeah, before 40 minutes, Homeguards grants 80% move speed, ramping down to 40 over 4 seconds. You see how they nerfed it or something? They show it was really fancy, and now it's nerfed. Now you know why. So what you want to do, as I said, or what I was going to explain, is you want to make sure that you go fast towards your tower, okay? You will get move speed towards the nearest tower alive, and this is going to be great if you want to gank top lane, for example. You just go this way. Maybe lane ganks will make more sense, and from here you can deviate from this towards this point, or you could like just go through the lane and you go faster, okay? So you can always like go here. Okay, I want to go into the jungle to help, but make sure that you open towards the lane, And after minute 14, the same thing, right? After minute 14, Homeguards grants you 150 movement speed, ramping down to 65 over 40% over 4 seconds. Now, why this matters is because usually a big mistake from supports would be they would just go mid lane, okay? They would just go mid lane, and from mid lane, you would just play the game from here. Now, a really good supports, or when you will win as support, is you would directly open towards mid lane, and from here you will attack side lane, or you will open directly towards side lane, and from here you establish vision control, and you can gank the enemy mid laner, especially if you are playing engaged supports. And if the enemy support open towards mid, you always get like an numbers advantage, and you can surprise laners really fast. Now, if you are getting move speed, you're only getting move speed like this, you want to make sure that you follow this line, and from here you go this way, or you lane gank right now. So what we are going to see is more lane ganks, because we can utilize the move speed a lot more and be faster here. Maybe we can sweep here, and then we can surprise from this distance, right? If, for example, you still prefer to go through the tribush into the river, that's fine, because you still want to sweep and get some vision control, but do it from this direction or from this direction, right? So you have to avoid this jungle, so you get maximum move speed and you are faster on the map, and that can make a big difference, especially if you are playing like champions that, I mean, they already move really fast. You can like just base and be there in super like fast, and that can make an impact. Game start time, okay, important. Let's see, minion spawn time at 30 seconds. Oh my lord, 30 seconds. The camp spawn at 55 seconds. Crack and Gromp at 1.7 as always. Scattercrab spawns at 255, so it's going to be the third wave after the third wave as well. But I'm not sure, okay, we know that. 30 seconds faster. Remake. Okay, alright, what's the remake? 133? Oh, we have to be fast, no bathroom breaks anymore. No bathroom breaks anymore. Early surrender with FK, okay. Now, we're going to talk about this for a bit, and this is going to be like one of the biggest changes, and this is something to understand to see what we can do. Now, the minion spawn timer is 30 seconds, so we are going to start 30 seconds earlier. Now, 30 seconds earlier means that the quest item is going to be, like I said, at 7 minutes to 8 minutes, because it was before 7:30 to 8:30 maybe, and the level 6. I want to know, when do we get level 6? Now, as you guys know, if you follow my channel, is that the level 6, we will get it around the minute 8, right? If we were playing really well. And the 7:30 wave will be the cannon wave as well. So what we will do is like, we will get level 6 at minute 8. And what is at minute 8, guys? Void grabs. Now, if we get level 6 at minute 8, and we play void grabs with the mid lane wave, we were sharing XP with the mid laner, or we were sharing XP with the top laner, usually the mid lane, so you get prio and you can play towards void grabs. Now, if the game starts 30 seconds earlier, I want to know, when do we get level 6 normally, constantly. If we get level 6 at 7:30, guaranteed, or do we get at level 6, 8 guaranteed, this gives more room for mistakes or missing minions or cheesy bugs, so we are not always like worried about getting every single minion to get to level 6 on the objective fight. So void grabs are at minute 8, and we have the game starts earlier. So we want to see when we get level 6. That's the main meta to pay attention on support. It's huge, and again, we are going to test it out and we see how it goes. Turrets. All right, turrets. What do we have here? All right, they get more resistances, right? Resistant duration 20 seconds, reflection on each play takedown 20 second, overlapping durations. Turret plays take, okay, I don't care about that. Turret plays take 70 less damage from minions and ranged champions. Turret takes 20% more damage from melee champions. Okay. Okay. Turret two-side range, a bit more. Okay. So that is going to make them a bit tankier, no? Nearby players are now rewarded of share 300 gold for destroying the first tower of the game. Alright. Other turrets. Okay, the T1s. Plates are now permanent instead of falling off at 40 minutes. So there's always plating, which is better for the quest. Resistances. Set armor to 40 at 40 minutes. Lose 15 armor per minute starting at minute 11. Okay. Plate gold. Okay, I want to know this. Plate value reduced by 10 gold per minute at minute 11, capped at -40. Okay. So we have to get the plates, guys. We have to get the plates before minute 11. You see that minute 11 makes a bit more sense for probably the quest, right? They don't want to spike it too much if you are winning. So you get the quest and keep getting plates. I don't know what they're doing, but well. Plate threshold 2040. So this is like even. Now you get the two first plates faster, and then it gets harder to get the third and the fourth, right? So probably we will be able, and what I want to see is that we can stack waves and get the first plate or the second plate, because we are going to, I will write it here because I already know. If you play, like for example, Kaelin Lux and you stack 3 waves, are you going to be able to get one plating or 2? One for sure, right? In one push. At minute 2:30, you can already get one plating. But can we get the second one as well? Is Demolish able to get us the second one? Because you can, if you are playing a really bully lane and controlling the lane, you can stack waves without even letting the enemy play the game. So while they are farming on the tower, you can hit the tower and get a big advantage. This was in Season 14, when you were playing more bully laners in bot lane. That's why it's super important to have played so much the game, so you know how the metas are evolving, okay? So this is going to be like the question for us. Is bully lanes going to be like, can we snowball faster with getting that gold? And what can we do with that early gold, okay? Now, local gold, 0. Turret plate gold, 125 to 120. So we get nerfed on gold there. Maximum local gold to 600. Minimal local gold to 400. Okay. So we won the first tower, guys. So that's what I know. We won the extra 300 gold from the first tower, because we are not getting much gold. It's all about the platings now. It's all about the platings, and that's it. They got rid of the local gold. Wow. Maximum local gold. Wow. Holy moly. So yeah. Only the plates gold, I guess. Or maybe I'm missing something here, but then we have to go for the first tower. Nearby players are now rewarded a share of 300 gold for destroying the first tower of the game. Yeah, so the first tower. We have to go for the first tower, guys. I mean, so you don't get like insane gold. Before you would get like insane gold. And share of destroying the first tower of the game. Nearby players. You know what the AD carries are going to ask, no? They're going to ask that go away from the tower, let me get it. Sometimes you will have to do it, and sometimes you will have to share it. When, for example, you are playing like Nami, or you're playing enchanters, or champions that spike with one item, you want to make sure that you share the gold, because you really want your first item spike. Now, when the first tower falls, let's say you get the tower on bot lane, this tower doesn't give local gold then. It's just platings, right? So swapping back to top lane to get this tower has no value, no? Because you're not getting gold, you're only getting gold from platings. But if you are, let's say, you get this tower at minute 11, okay? At minute 11, or let's say you are really good at the game. Let's say you are really good at the game, and you get it at 10 minutes, right? You get this tower at 10 minutes. Now, at 10 minutes, maybe you didn't complete the quest, both of you. So I guess it's going to be worth it to play for this one now as a bot lane duo, instead of swapping back. Before you will get this one and this one, but then you get no value from this one, because you already got plus 300 gold from the first tower, but you don't get value playing more for this, and maybe you want to stay more for the quest, and then you play the map a bit more, okay? And the same goes for top laners or mid laners, but especially top laners, if what I explained earlier, if you want to play with a carry top laner as well. Okay, let's go for the next towers. New turret plates. This is inner towers and inhibitor towers. Wait, what? Wait, what? I'm getting scammed. Inner turret, so T2. Local gold, 400, 600 spread across 5 plates. Alright, so every tower here is going to be 600 gold. So it's all plating, guys. Everything is plates. Even the T1s are plates. 600 gold, 600 gold, 600 gold. On split among plates. So this one is also getting high value. This is not only the same gold as the other ones. It's also the most important tower in the game, right? Because it opens the map more, but it's easier to access the silent ones first. More resistances. Inhibitor local gold, 600 from 375. Wow. Wow. Yeah, everyone, everything has, wait, no. Inhibitor towers. Oh my god, this is so good. This is worth it, by the way. 600 gold, 600 gold, 600 gold. You are going to, I'm telling you already, you are going to love playing bully lane bot and playing for this, but it's going to be harder for you because the enemy, you are playing against 2 players, so they can wave clear better. But you want to you want to be kissing your top laner. You want to, if you have a carry top and he gets fed, it's this, and then you reset and play for the other, you get so much more, right? They can get 600 gold alone, and you can just hover them, and then they can get 600 gold alone, and this is 1.2k. This is so much more, right? So much more than the 700 gold they would get from this tower before. You can do magic, by the way, with your top lane. Top laner is my new friend. I'm being serious, eh? Maybe you can play bot lane first, and then you swap to top, or you just focus on top. Your top laner is your new best friend. That's the title of the video. The title of the video should be your top laner is your new best friend. Let me tell you that. Hope that they don't pick Ornn. And they pick something carry. But I'm going to love it. Gwen. Wow. Gwen will melt the towers, and you can just help Gwen get them super fast. So AD carries are looking fine, but maybe I stick to my friend at the top, like we have done the entire last season. All right, Nessus towers. They respawn, but not for full HP, no. They respawn at 40% HP. So people will not do like the FlyQuest strat, let them low HP to then one-shot them. So they always spawn with some HP. All right. Added a separate tower item for Nexus turrets to show that they respawn. Okay. Minions. Okay, probably with towers, minions is also like being really reworked. And it's also super important for supports, right? To understand what's happening with the waves. At minute 14, minion waves now spawn every 25 seconds, so faster, 5 seconds faster. When a canyon minion spawns on this wave, 1 fewer melee minion spawns. Very interesting. At 30 minutes, minion waves now spawn every 20 seconds. On Theorycrafting minion spawn on these waves as well. So there is no, before was normal wave, cannon, normal wave. Then at 50 minutes, it will be normal wave, cannon, and normal wave. And then at 25 minutes, it will always be cannons. Now, what they're going to do is, I don't know if they keep it the same. I mean, they didn't say anything. So maybe they keep it the same. And they're just changing the cannon waves. So maybe, well, let's see. Minion to turret damage, more damage, base move speed. They go faster. Buff for Nico. I read it on the Discord. First cannon minion wave 4 to wave 3. So like season 14. That's what I said before. You can make sure that you get 1 or 2 plates with this, right? For sure, you can get 1 plate at level early, and maybe you can even do cheater recalls in bot lane. We have to see if the level 2, level 3 power spike changes in bot lane. I don't think so. Cannon minion damage, 2 turrets, that's more, cannon minion item. So it doesn't say anything about the spawn timers of the cannon minions. The waves are going faster, so because the waves are coming faster, that means that you are able to stack waves on silent better, because the waves are spawning faster, so you can stack them and make sure that you siege better around silent. So this is going to affect the Nashor usage. It's going to be easier to play Nashor if you do it properly, if you have a bit more coordination, which is going to be rough to do in solo queue, easier in competitive. So if you play competitive, you're going to be in a really good place if you are on a winning position. And it's going to be easier for rotate. Now, because the minion waves spawn at 25 seconds instead of 30 at 20 seconds as well, that means that AD carries have the problem that they can rotate to a lane, but they have to be fast back to mid lane so they don't lose wave. But well, I'm going to talk about wave management later as well. It gets a bit complicated. We have to test it out. Right now, I have only that question and see how we can interact with platings as well. Now, let's see the champions real fast. It's already been a long video about a lot of theory, guys. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure you subscribe. There's going to be, this is just the first video of the year of season 16. I'm going to make guides. I'm going to make more content about supports, what's working, what's not working. Yeah, at the end of the day, well, let's see. There's only theory and a bit of meta. Let's see what I think it's going to be good to meta. I'm going to say it at the end of the video when we finish. I'm just looking at the champions right now, see if there's any important change. I mean, we don't really care about these changes. You guys also can read about the changes on the champions. This matters to see which AD carry can be strong, but I'm not going to really talk about the AD carries. Okay, this AD carry, it does affect the support meta in a sense, right? Here's Senna, so we can see crit damage to 90%. All right. I don't know. Hopefully Senna gets played. If it's a bully lane, maybe it's going to see more action, but we will have to see. The problem with Senna is that she's weaker than other champions in a lot of moments in the game, especially in early game against like strong mages or strong carry champs. Yeah, it makes the lane weak. It makes it difficult to contest the jungle. So we will see. Okay, we will see how Senna goes. But for now, it's not like something incredible. Okay. So they're not super changes. I mean, Elise changes. This is important for Elise. Monster damage cap and maximum damage to monster. We don't care for Elise support. So okay, let's see the items. Okay, new items. So let's go for items. Most AP fighters have incentive in their kit to auto-attack, but they have very little access to items that actually support that pattern, since Lich Bane and Nashor's Tooth. So this is a magic item. Its cost 3.1. I already know it's not a super item, right? It's already, for me, that items that cost more than 2.8 is going to be possible to buy. But well, maybe we can, you can see, but this is, I don't know. We will see if we build it on some AP carry champions, but we are not really interested in seeing this one right now. I don't think it will be bought. This one is for AD carries. New item for AD carries. We're happy for them. Gore Drinker, Eclipse, AD caster fighters have a little to no access to sustain. So, okay. The hammer, pickaxe, and more gold. This is a lot of gold to buy as a support on a base, so this is difficult to complete. Attack damage, tenacity, omnibump. We don't really care about that. When a champion that you damage within 3 seconds dies, gain omnibump. We don't really care about that. We move on. Okay, most ID carries assassin. We can build this on some champions maybe. So let's talk about this. Brutalizer, Serrated Dirk. Goodbye. First buy for support. Decent is not the worst. 3.2. I'm scared about that. Attack damage, lethality, ability, haste. Dealing ability damage to a champion or AP monster deals an additional 30% lethality through damage. Alright. Taking down a champion within 3 seconds of damaging them grants sabotage for 90 seconds. While you have sabotage, your next attack against an epic monster or turret deals an additional a lot of damage. True damage over 3 seconds. I don't think it's a super item. This is for rushing objectives and for 90 seconds. So you have damage on Nashor, no? After you kill, then you have damage on Nashor, on Dragon, on the tower. I don't really think it's a super item. It's very expensive. At the end of the day, probably they are better. So we don't really care about this one. Another mage item. Lost Chapter, Blasting Wand, and a lot of gold. Again, mana made real. Okay, 60-second cooldown. For 8 seconds, your mana is empowered. While empowered, your spell cost 100% more mana. You gain 50% plus the bonus mana, increased ability damage, healing, and shielding, and your base ability cooldowns progress 30% faster. Okay. We'll have to try this item, maybe. But who's going to buy this, right? Lost Chapter, Blasting Wand. If you have Ludens, right? Malignance, isn't it better for supports? 100%. Sure. Maybe it can be like some fancy item for some mage enchanters, like, I don't know, maybe Sona or things like this that you can, or Soraka. I don't know. Probably not. I don't see it, but I will have to see. Maybe I'm missing some champions. But right now, on top of my head, I have no idea. Exo Optics C44. We have always wanted to support more diversity in crit marksman. Alright, so this is for AD carries. Based on, okay. When a champion that you damage within 3 seconds and 100 additional damage. Okay. Additional attack range for 6 seconds. Nah. Alright, this one is the interesting one. Let's skip to the important ones, for the support ones. Tank supports don't have very... Tank supports don't have very many items. No, we have Solari, Redemption Rush, and then we have Locket. And then the ones they do, they generally focus on helping them roam and protect their allies. We wanted to go a different direction this time. Instead, giving them a team-wide attack speed aura you can keep up in fights as long as you are able to frequently apply crowd control to your enemies. Kinder Gem good, Armor good, Magic Mantle good. So like Solari, total gold cost, very cheap. So this is really good. You can rush it. Ability haste, magic resistance, and health. Slowing or CCing a champion. Or CCing a champion grants a buff. 8 seconds for melee and 4 for range seconds. So 8 seconds for melee. So if you are a melee champion and you apply it, I guess, right? Grants 20% move speed, or 20 move speed, sorry. While you have fanfare, nearby allies, including yourself, gain 30% melee and 20% range attack speed. Alright, I think this can be really broken, by the way. Now, you guys have to understand that supports don't care about survivability, it cares about being useful, okay? So, bundle pipes can be really broken, and I'm going to explain you one trick about super items. It's like redemption, like Warmox before, right? When it was strong. Super items move by being OP, right? So, is this going to be a good item? It looks really good because you are going to CC a champion. Let's say you go with Alistar, you CC, everyone gets buffed, everyone's happy. It's like an Ardent for CC champions. And you don't really care if you die or not because it's not your job to survive that much. And you already have your ultimate to be really tanky. So if this is broken, then it's going to be perma-picked. Okay, that's how it works, the super items. It's not about, we have a lot of diversity, it's not going to be like that. It's very difficult on all the metas that we had. There's always like one dominant or two dominant items. You go for them, you pick them, you spam them, and that's the thing that's strong. This looks really good. Let's try it out. Maybe if you don't benefit from attack speed on your team, then maybe don't take it. Now, a tank item, Kinder Gem, Giant's Belt, 800 gold, so 2.5. It's pretty good for supers as well. 600 gold, ability haste 15. Taking damage that will reduce your health below 30%, cause you to gain 200 maximum health for 5 seconds, then heal health over time while regenerating health. The problem with this item is that you get really tanky, or you get tanky and you survive more. But as I said, that's not the idea of a support, okay? The idea of this would be that if it's broken, right? Like Warmox was broken, you go in, you almost die, you come back, you're full HP. Now this doesn't look like Warmox that much, but if you can get two rotations with Rel as engage, or 2 rotations with a CC champion during a fight, because this item allows you to get 2 rotations of CC, because there's so much damage in the game that you usually get one shot, and so what you do is like you go in, you drop your CC, you drop your rotation, and after that, you just die in peace. Or you escape with 1 HP, but you're still useless. Maybe you can get a hook, and you can hook some champion and die after, or hook and outplay, but it's usually like you are very low HP, right? If this items makes that you can get 2 rotations in, or you can make a rotation, take damage, absorb some spells from the enemy, heal up, and go in again, or still fight, then it might look broken. So, like if you buy it and it just buys you 2 seconds or 3 seconds, 5 seconds to fight, then it's super bad, right? Then it's the same as just buy something that is useful. All right, the Diadem of Songs. This one I'm pretty hyped because it's like a tier item that maybe can be good with Taric. I'm a Taric player myself. It's not expensive, so it might be nice, okay? So you do get the passive of the item is that while you or any ally you have healed or shield in the last 3 seconds is in combat with champions, each second heal the lowest health nearby ally champion for the bonus mana, okay? You get heal and shield power on the percent mana. So this can be nice with Sona. We'll have to see how it interacts with Sona. The issue that I have with Sona is that Sona is really weak against a lot of bully lanes. She can bully, but you have to bully weak champions, right? If you are playing a strong champion and you know what you are doing, it's hard to bully, okay, guys? So if you have a really easy matchup, let's say you're playing against a really easy enchanter, then maybe you can free scale and this item makes more sense for her, and then you can just have a free game. But we have to be extremely careful because tier items make you weak, right? You have to stack them, doesn't give a lot of stats at the start, and we have to see the tendency of going the games long. So make sure about that, okay? Keep attention. Enchanters might be happy, some champions might be really good with that, Taric might be good with it. I even probably want to try the double tier combo because you can buy double tier and stack them really fast with Taric. We will see. Hextech, Gunblade, we don't care. We will have to read it to not be clueless, but you guys can read it. And then Despair. Alright, Aegis, Giant's Belt, 800 gold. So now it's Chain Vest, Kinder Gem, Ruby Crystal, 800 gold. Not that expensive for us. Increase armor, that's pretty good. Remove the magic resist. and increased ability haste. It might be good with Taric, for example, or if the enemy team is full AD, then it might be good for some supports, but it's not like top priority, most likely. There's a lot of broken super items that probably get a lot more priority than that one. Now, Horizon Focus, they're changing, they're reducing the cost 50 gold. Ability power goes down by 50. They keep the ability haste. And now they're going to do dealing ability damage to champions at 600 range or greater, reveals them for 6 seconds like before. Deal 10% increased damage to enemies revealed by hyper shot. Lax can be really good with this, right? Lax second item, we said it already. Or mage supports, you can get a lot of burst and it can be decent. Okay, so Echoes of Elia can be really good build with champions also that do damage, and you have like a shield or like a heal, right? Lax could be like pretty decent because you can just W and probably heal a lot with just a level 1 W and just with this item. It's very like it's not expensive. Like you can build it really fast, right? With that, what other champions can do it? But Echoes of Elia is fighting to strong damage champs with shield heal, like Lax can be fine with it, and then a test, right? I want to test items. The problem with items is that we have to test them first. We can have an idea. I'm missing like so many champions. What can you do? Like you can play it with Nidalee, for example, no? You can just 1Q and you heal for a lot, and you give a lot of healing, no? It can be good, but for certain champions, we'll have to explore that. You can play a lot of meta champions. Okay, Amber Glaive for the Pike lovers, Pantheon lovers. Citadel Dirk, the Hammer, and 750. More gold, more attack damage, more ability haste, more lethality. Now, after being unseen by an enemy for 1 second, your next attack against a champion deals additional true damage. Woof. When you are near wait. Blackout, 90 seconds cooldown. When you are near enemy stealth ward and traps, reveal them for 8 seconds. While revealing once, your attacks deal 3 melee and 2 range damage to them. Wait, they didn't remove the blackout. What happened? Wait, this item still reveals what? Wait, in its current form, Amber Glaive is tailored to fit supports and is not structured to be powerful for anyone that has a real income. This has to lead it to being a fairly unpopular and most unsatisfying item, and it's not fulfilling its purpose as a way for AD assassins to have an advantage in interacting with the vision system. We are giving it an update to make it more functional for jungle and mid lane assassins while still looking to retain some of the aspects that make it very exciting to buy as a support for the Pike players out there. Wait, what is this? Extinguish is removed. It's reworked. What is the difference between this and the other one before? I mean, it's a bit more expensive, but it doesn't matter because you get a lot of gold anyways with 300 gold with Pantheon, Pike, any lethality champion. Are they what is? I don't understand this. If it's what I know, if it's the same passive as the old one and more damage, then they're smoking a big one in right. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Is it's OP or? I don't understand. Sorry, I have no words. Maybe I'm missing something. Let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm missing something. Redemption, they are going to change it to so it's no HP. It makes sense. It was broken. No health, more ability power. Maybe we can cook some bits with Redemption, Echoes of Elia, with, for example, Lux, more Enchanter with mages, which can also be really, really fun and really, really competitive. So yeah, Redemption rework plus Echoes of Elia can be really nice with mages or Enchanters. We have to test that as well. Ziggs. Gain 17 Ultimate Hunter ability. Oh, this is really nice. It was so bad item, but it can be really good. Tier is not unique anymore, semi-unique. You can no longer have one stacking tier item in your inventory at any game time. Once your tier item transforms, you can get a new tier and stack them all over again. Okay. You get more mana from Muramana, Fimbulwinter. So we will try maybe stacking 2 tiers with Taric. Could be fun. Can be maybe like a good a good idea. There's a lot of things going on, but the good thing is I'm going to be streaming my games during these next days, and I'm going to keep streaming, and I'm going to do reviews for everyone that wants reviews. I'm going to be doing reviews that you can find more information on Discord if you want to give your review there. I will be doing reviews between queue times on stream, and so I can see what you guys are doing, what you guys are doing wrong, what you guys could be doing better, and I can give you a bit of feedback. It's going to be like 5 minutes, 10-minute reviews when between queues or taking small breaks. Make sure you subscribe if you are interested on more super content for this season. I'm going to try hard and put out more guys, and everything that I discover, I'm going to try to make a video out of it so you guys can test it out and you guys have good information as well. And yeah, that's it. Let's enjoy the new season tomorrow or today. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think and what you guys are going to play. So maybe I can steal some ideas or share, no? We can share ideas. All right, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.